Okay, so today it's the evening time. It's the fine evening time as well. And very firstly, I would like to express my views over the Mother's Day topic. So, what happened with me and how and when it happened. And so, firstly, without wasting any moment of time, let me just give you a colorful account of a story that is about a Mother's Day. Firstly, I just read about it sort of story and I didn't try to just do with that same sort of story. Even I didn't try to do with that same sort of plight which took place. And very firstly, I felt pretty much awesome while just catching up on that story. And very firstly, that was kind of like an essay which I read from the English language book. And moreover, let's get into that one firstly. So at once I was in the school, and firstly, before going to the school, with a stroke of genius, I just further decided I had to take some of the rupees along with me so as to buy a present, a tribute for my mom. And so, firstly, I used to just catch up on academics in my school, and thereafter, on my way back to my residence in Habitual, I used to buy one of the presents to my mom, and the present was itself jewelry. Firstly, my mom, she is pretty much fond of putting on jewelry, and so I just wanted to buy an artificial one for her, and so I used to buy that one for a song. As I was having merely a song, I was having merely a petty amount of money. That's the fact. And furthermore, the fact is that on my way back, I was in a dilemma. I faced a hurdle, a blockade, a bottleneck, which was hindering my process of just going up to the residence. Furthermore, I was in a trauma about how to get into the residence as I completely stuck in the traffic. And it took me over time. Furthermore, I sunk in gloom. I was sinking in the abyss of frustration. I couldn't fathom that from where the traffic used to take place over that area where I was. Furthermore, I used to feel like pretty much lonely as there were the strangers. There were the intruders for me, and there was nobody whom I could familiarize, whom I could recognize. And I was, in one sense, I was unfamiliarized with each and every guy. And furthermore, the fact is that I was completely crestfallen, affable, and terribly despondent ever. Furthermore, it sent a shiver down my spine. In addition to, I was feeling afraid of meeting with an accident as I was not a good driver of bicycle, and I was on a bicycle, and so due to which it sent a cold chill ran down my spine. My heart skipped a beat. My blood ran cold. Furthermore, my heart it was completely fulfilled with awareness. Okay, let it be. And furthermore, by hook or by crook, I used to make my way. And furthermore, according to me, it took me complete 1 hour. And within that time, in one sense, in the meantime, some of the intruders they used to take place outside my residence, and in addition to, they used to inform my parents that I met with an accident, and I was hospitalized into one of the hospitals. And furthermore, there was taking place one of the treatments, and the treatment was quite much handsome and hefty amounted one as well. And so my parents in a hurry they used to just go away from the residence, and even in the meantime they used to just lock the main door of the residence, and thereafter they used to go away by their car. And furthermore, you know what, in the meantime, there was nobody in my residence, and so the intruders they got a golden opportunity to just do with a burglary. And so within no time, they used to do away with that one. No, they used to do with that one. And furthermore, the fact is that they used to go into my residence through the window, and thereafter they used to just take those commodities which turned essential, even crucial and significant for them. Furthermore, they used to disarray my residence completely. They used to helter and skelter all the commodities, all the articles, and even all the wardrobes and attires which were located in my residence. Furthermore, thereafter they used to go away with whatever they used to have from my residence. And furthermore, they were feeling completely thrilling beyond measure. And okay, so very firstly, thereafter, the fact is that after a prolonged period of time, I used to take place outside my residence, and there I explored at the door that was completely unlocked. And the moment, well, I just tried my level best to just get into the residence. There, what I saw that left me dumbstruck, paler, and forgotten than ever. I was completely alarmed. I was in a fix. Furthermore, I was completely astonished of the fact that all my residence that was completely helter-skelter. In one sense, the commodities of my residence, they were helter-skelter, and furthermore they were in disarray. And I couldn't fathom, I couldn't conceive that what happened with all the commodities. And furthermore, I was feeling that something was fishy, something was amiss, and furthermore, I just wanted to get to know the root cause behind that one. So within no time, I used to go outside my residence, and quite swiftly and nimbly, I used to ask about the plight from my neighbors. And my neighbors, they caught me aware of the fact that some of the robbers, in one sense, some of the strangers, intruders, used to take place into my residence during the absence of my siblings, even during the absence of my parents. And so I just got to know that the robbery used to take place, even the burglar used to take place. And so even I just wanted to get to know about how my parents were at the same juncture. As very firstly, I was feeling completely panicked. I was just worrying about my parents, even about the health of my parents, and so I just wanted to get to know about that one. And so quite briskly and gallop and hastily, I used to take the phone of my one of my neighbors, and thereafter I just used to call up my siblings, my parents. And so thereafter I got to know that they were on the driveway to just reach the medical hospital, which was nearby my residence. And I got them aware that I was good, I was feeling completely well, I was completely like old. And thereafter my parents, they heaved a sigh of relief, and even I too heaved a sigh of relief by just getting to know that my parents, they were completely okay, even they were completely good as well. And so my parents, they used to come back, and thereafter we all got to know about the communities which were robbed by the robbers. And so thereafter we used to file a complaint, that was a police complaint. And even thereafter I used to feel completely embarrassed and imbroglio on my act of not awareing my parents of the fact that I would be buying some of the presents for my mom on my way back to home. And even I used to learn a great lesson, which was that firstly to aware the parents of the act whatever I would like to pursue in future. And furthermore, I used to learn a great lesson at that same day. And I used to decide that henceforth I would not become undisciplined one, and furthermore I would try to just share each and every fact and each and everything along with my parents. That's the thing. Okay, let it be. And according to me, this is kind of like a good story, but the robbing part, that was pretty much emotional one. And furthermore, it's about a boy's story, and I read this one from my favorite book, and I just switch over to read that book on the regular basis. But nowadays, I feel like getting dearth of time for catching up on that same sort of book which I adore quite much. The fact is that I'm getting enough time to catch up on academics, but I'm getting enough time to catch up on other books instead of catching up on the English language book. Really, I'm bound I'm bound by just reading those books which would take place in the future examination. According to me, in the month of January, I would be quite grudgingly, forcibly, and reluctantly required to just take one of the examinations, and that examination would be of general science, English, and Hindi, and some all other subjects as well. And firstly, some other subjects, not some all subjects. Firstly, some means few, all means all, the entire one. So these a couple of words are the opposite one, and I used to relate these at the same structure. So my bad for that one. Okay, let it be. And my main motive was to relate about that some books. I mean, what I say, some subjects, the examination of some subjects would take place in future, and I would be requiring to catch up on that one. As if I would not, if I would not try to just catch up on that one. So according to me, I would be unable to just pass out the examination. Even I would get failed. That's the fact. But let it be. And the very second topic of today, that is about dreams. According to me, I've spoken for over time over that topic in the olden days. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, I would like to express my views over that one. But before I began with that one, let me familiarize you with something, which is that my neighbors, they claims this, that whatever I speak in English, that goes beyond beyond of their level of understanding. That's the fact, and furthermore, they feel like uncozy and uncomfy to fathom me to understand whatever I speak and whatever I'm speaking right away as well. And so they just try to just request me, even beseech me for just speaking something in Hindi so that they would get to know about the topics, even about the contents as well. That's the fact. But let it be today my second topic, that is about dreams. Okay, let's get into the dreams firstly. Dreams are what we dream. According to me, there are a couple of types of dreams. The very first one is good dreams, second one is the nightmare. And even the fact is that the some people they try to just catch up on the dream in the daytime. On the contrary, some other sorts of people like me, they try to catch up on the dreams during the night time. And some people they dreams of the ghostess. On the contrary, some people they dreams of the fairies land. That's the fact. But according to me, I just feel, I'm going to say, I just dream of the ghostess mostly, and even I just dream of the horror things. Furthermore, I just dream something which is quite much ungood for me, even obnoxious, malicious, and malignant for me as well. But let it be according to me. Dreams are like our ambitions, our own goals, and we should try our level best to just catch up on our goals quite efficiently, effectively as well, and keenly as well. And furthermore, firstly, we should try to just set our goal. Thereafter, we should try to just clear the goal. In one sense, our mind that should know in the quite good manner about our goal, what our goal is about. And very thirdly, we should try our level best to achieve the goal, and even we should try to just make a strategy, a good strategy about how to accomplish any goal. That's the fact. And very fourthly, according to me, we should try our level best to just work on our goals, and even to work in that manner with the help of which in future time we would tend to be able to just accomplish our goal, and even we would be requiring to just put less efforts in the work. Firstly, we would be requiring to just do something good for our goal, so that according to me our goal would come to us automatically. That's the fact. But let it be. And very firstly, according to me, dreams they should be high one. We should fly in our dreams. That's the fact. And according to me, if one dreams of the less goals, so according to me, less goals they are not good one. They are tragic and terrible one. And so why shouldn't one try to just dream of something high, something bigger? As if one thinks of something bigger, so according to me, one would get motivated completely to just get up to that goal which one has set it for oneself. That's the fact. But let it be. And okay, so I've overheard that people they just try the level best to just set the goals, but they never feel like accomplishing the goals due to not having a good willpower, due to not getting motivated, due to not getting to know about the strategy of how to accomplish the goals. Even very firstly, according to me, some people they lack strength, they lack willpower completely, they lack the confidence, the self-esteem completely about to accomplish any goal. That's the fact. And furthermore, I know well versed about nightmares. When a mom, she was a brood, she was a kid, so she used to brood over about the nightmares in the daytime. Furthermore, in the night time, she used to get the nightmares due to musing at the nightmares during the daytime. That was the fact. Furthermore, she used to feel terrified and scared of catching up on some sleep during the night time, as she used to feel afraid of the nightmares completely. And furthermore, it happens with some of the people that they just dream of something quite much terrible and tragic one, and so due to that fact they just tries the level best to just catch up on the academics during the night time, and they just burns the midnight oil, and thereby they flourishes and prospers in their life. That's the fact. But very firstly, the fact is that one of my neighbors, he used to just catch up on the nightmare, and which used to be like this, that some of the devils used to just come on his body, and even thereby those devils used to prohibit the process of that man of just taking some of the oxygen, inhaling the oxygen, and so that man used to die. That man used to be no more in his own dreams. That was the fact. And in the final morning, that same man used to just get up, and then after that man used to just touch his own body so as to assure himself that he is alive right away. That's the fact. And furthermore, it happened with many people, sizable, innumerable, and considerable people. But according to me, it happens due to watching out the horrible films and movies and TV serials as well. According to me, one brood, one kid, is not fully aware of the fact of the devils, ghosts, souls, invisible things. But if one tries to just catch up on the horror TV serials, even horror movies and horror films, so one feels aware of these things. And so, fortunately, nope, unfortunately, to the utter dismay and to the utter disappointment, one gets to know the nightmares during the night time due to watching out the movies, and whatever one watches out in the movies, that entire scene takes place in the mind of one during the night time, and thereby that acts like the nightmare. And so, according to me, one should try to avoid watching out movies and films, especially the horror movies and films I'm talking about, so as to completely avoid getting the nightmares. And according to me, nightmares, they according to me, they helps one to just face the challenges in the life, as there are sizable and considerable and numerous and ample challenges in the life, and they comes in the every sphere of life. And even according to me, for passing out the 10th board examination, even for passing out the 12th examination, even for just cracking any competitive examination, even for catching up on any career, according to me, challenges takes place. Even challenges takes place in the old age as well. So one should try to fight boldly against these challenges instead of yelled before the challenges, instead of feeling quite much crestfallen before the challenges. According to me, one should be that much strong so as to just fight against the nightmares, even fight boldly against the challenges. And very firstly, the fact is that according to me, the challenges, they comes every day in everyone's life, and in one way or the other, in one form or the other. That's the fact. And very firstly, according to me, this is kind of like a challenge for some people to just explode the charger, and they feel like quite much disappointed and depressed when the charger goes somewhere else, in one sense when they loses their charger, when they lost their charger. As according to me, people, they can't dwell without phone, even without their charger. So if they misses the charger, if they loses their charger, so they feel like that their life, that is no more. So according to me, that is kind of like an ordeal for them to go through. So in one sense, that is kind of like a challenge for them to go through. In addition to the fact is that in my childhood, after coming from the school, I used to just eliminate my wardrobes. I used to put off the socks as well, and even I used to just throw them away in the different directions. And in the final morning, it was kind of like a challenge for me to explore my socks. And this case was along with a tie and belt and with a shirt and skirt as well. And so it took me over time. It used to take me over time. Furthermore, it used to take me over a couple of hours. And due to that fact, I used to miss some of the days of school. And thereafter, I used to feel quite much disappointed and dejected as I was requiring to just catch up on the homework of the school as well, with which I used to feel unaware as I used to just miss the school days. And according to me, school days they are quite much crucial one. As according to me, school days they can't come again in one's life. That's the fact. I've passed the 12th grade, so I can't go to the school. But in one sense, if I just wanna go to the school, so I can just go to the school for just dropping my younger brother up to the school, or being a teacher. Nope, or by becoming a teacher I can go to the school, and if one is a teacher, according to me, the fact is that so one is quite practically forcibly and reluctantly required to just go to the school on the regular basis, and even under every circumstance, in each and every season, even in each and every weather, and even in any climatic condition as well. That's the fact.